Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mastering Mondays. Grab something to take good notes with because your personal life, your work life, and your faith are all about to be upgraded. Let's get into this content.
Hi guys, it's Alan Williams Jr. You have just clicked on, just opened up another episode of Mastering Monday, and we are excited to be with you today. Listen, I want to make sure that you know about our upcoming event. I mean, it's upcoming like next week, right? So September 24th, join me, join my lovely wife, join the founders, Marcus and Omika Benjamin, and our special guest, Titus Hopper, as we go into the unveiling of the Mystery of Mastery 2.0. That's right. You can join me virtual or you can join me right here in the streaming suites. Guys, we can't wait to connect with you. I mean, we have tons of treats. We have giveaways that we're going to have. There's going to be networking opportunities, virtual and in person. Oh, you want to be in the house. And we have set the price point to where it's not hard for you to get in at all. Guys, you have to be in the house because it's going down on September 24th. Listen, but today, guys, we're stepping into part 2 of Mastering the Offseason. Yeah, we're stepping into segment 2 of that. So as we think about that, right, and we think about value, we talked about last week, right? We think about business as the organized system of exchanging value. Listen, I want to talk about something today that isn't really popular. Is it okay? I want to talk about something today that isn't really popular. But before we go into that, I want you remember that circle of network that we talked about? You know, your circle of influence. Listen, I want you to identify those 3 to 5 people, and I want you to send this video out to them right now. No. Not at the end, because you're going to forget. Right now, I want you to send this video out to at least 3 people that's in your network and say, hey, Mastering Monday is on. So if you're watching this on Facebook, just hit the share button, type something that you perceive is going to be valuable in this conversation and share this out to your network. Don't be stingy. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit those 3 buttons, share it out in a text message to 3 people that you're connected with. Let them know, hey, Mastering Monday is on right now on YouTube. Don't watch it by yourself. All right, guys, we're going to jump in because I'm not going to hold you because you got to master your Monday. So, all right, listen, I'm here to talk about something that isn't so popular today. And I'm talking about serving. That's right. So we identified that everybody's in business. We already identified that everybody has a profession and your profession is supposed to go before you, right? So today I'm talking about how you master that profession. And one of the steps in that is you have to serve. What does serving mean? Does serving mean that I'm going to do something and get a very, huge, big check? No. Does serving mean that, I'm going to do something and get this and get this, enormous payday? Not necessarily. Serving is when you're putting in the work in. Serving is where you're getting your reps in. Serving is where you're sowing. So we think about plants, right? We think about gardens. We think about, anything that needs vegetation, right? And you have to actually sow something. You have to actually dig, right? You have to actually put that in the ground, right? There's some work. Oh, I said it. I think work is a curse word in 2022. But guys, I'm sorry. There's some work that has to be done. And guess what? This work might be done without instant gratification. What do you mean? Hey, what do you mean? This work might be done without direct compensation or direct accolade or any direct reward. But this is you getting your reps in. Come on, guys. If you're going to master your profession, we talked about getting superior results. We talked about discipline. Listen, if you're going to do that, you have to sow your number one professional product. And what is that? That's you and your service. So my question to you today is, who are you serving? Who are you serving? If you're on the job, listen, who is in a position that you envision yourself being in the next 2 to 3 years? Who is in that position currently? And how many emails have you sent them to serve something that they have going on? Whether that's a project, that's a particular project that, hey man, I can help you with this project. I can do XYZ, task for you, in addition to what I'm already doing, but I want to help you. I want to help this project be successful, right? If you're in business, what network, what body of people are doing things that you aspire to do, right? Because you guys remember we talked about it, right? Listen, aspiration is cheap, but execution is expensive. What are you paying the price to do, right? What service, what are you sowing that's costing you something? Oh man, I can stop today right there, because guys, I need you to identify, how can you sow your product? How can you sow your skills? How can you take what you are developing in your off season, the skill set that you have? I'll make it plain for you. That you want people to pay you money for, how can you serve that? Right? So you say, hey, I'm good at designing. I'm good at marketing. Who are you serving? What companies are you calling saying, hey man, I want to give you, 60 days, free service where I just come in and do your marketing for you for 2 months. I want to come in, maybe your profession is in real estate. What other realtors are you saying, hey, I want to be able to sit in on some of those listing appointments. And I'll help you with some of your transaction coordinating. I'll help open some doors for you, but I just want to help serve. I mean, come on, this is where it gets real, especially in 2022, because we live in this world where it's like, man, I need this gratification. I need this reward. I need people to see what I'm doing, right? I got to add this to my story, so I have to be the face of it. But on this episode of Master Mondays, we're shattering that perspective, because guys, if you're going to master your profession, if you're going to get to the place that Joseph was at, right? And we talked about last week, if you're going to get to that place where you're negotiating your own salary, where they're saying, hey, who is as wise as you? Listen, you got to get reps in to get there, right? So you have to serve your product. And guys, I'm telling you this right here, serving puts you in a place where you can receive insight, you can receive credibility, you can receive strategy, you can receive wisdom. So you're sitting at home, you're trying to figure it out, you're frustrated, you're overwhelmed, and serving could eradicate all of that. If you go out and you're serving the right people, you're getting under the right people, you're helping somebody else's plan become easier, you're lightening the load. Listen, when you're doing that, there's a blessing. There's a download that's happening on the inside of you, because you are postured in a way to receive insight, strategy, and competency. So now you're becoming more competent because you're serving. So we'll take this concept. Intentionally serving your skills is still the best strategy. Somebody put this in the comments. Serving is the best strategy. Serving is the best strategy. Why is it the best strategy? Because you remember when the butler met Joseph, where was Joseph at? Was Joseph in the boardroom? Was Joseph high in the hierarchy chain? Was Joseph CEO? No, Joseph was in jail. Joseph was in a low place. I'm here to tell you that if not for serving, Joseph would have never been identified as a solution. We're going to talk about solutions, in a couple weeks, but you have to be a problem solver, guys. And serving gets you that. When you're coming along somebody else and you're saying, hey, how can I serve what you're already doing? Now you're looking like a solution. You're not draining me of energy. You're adding energy to me, because now I'm freed up to do what I do. And what's going to happen with that? 3 things are going to happen. You're going to become more competent as a result of serving. Yeah. Your skill sets are going to grow. Your skill sets are going to enhance because of serving. So right now, when you sit across from the person interviewing you, you sit across from that interview panel, what's going to happen? You're going to come off as more competent because you've been in more situations. because you've been serving, you've been sowing your skills. What else is it going to do? It's going to help you become more strategic. Serving helps you become more strategic because now you have more opportunities to express your skill set. Yes. So I'm taking a specific time, and I'm saying, hey, I'm devoting myself to serving, cultivating my skill. So I'm going to become more competent. I'm going to become more strategic. And then the last one, I'm going to become more consistent. Yeah, I'm going to become more consistent. So now I'm not hit or miss. No, now I'm automatic. Takes us back to that Steph Curry, right? Listen, you think Steph Curry is just pulling up and thinking about, man, do I need to take this shot here? Do I need to take the shot in the corner? Do I need to take the shot at the top of the key? No, Steph Curry's going straight off muscle memory. Why? Because he's been in enough situations in his offseason to prove to himself that, hey, I can do this with my eyes closed, literally. So in your profession and in your business, you get in a place of serving and you're going to become more competent. You're going to become more strategic, but you're also going to become more consistent. So now every time I do what I do is automatic because I've been in enough situations to create muscle memory. So now I am mastering my profession. So when given the opportunity, I don't need a handout. I don't need someone to say, oh, a pat on the back or, oh, you're doing great. No, I know because I've served my way into greatness. I've served my way into mastery. And so, guys, as we wind it down, I want you to think about 3 to 5 areas that you can begin serving in, guys. And this can be in life, this can be in business, this can be in your career. Guys, this could be in your spiritual walk. What are 3 to 5 areas that I can begin sowing my skills into so I can become, number 1, more competent, number 2, more strategic, and number 3, more consistent? Guys, I'm Alan Williams Jr. I have enjoyed today. Make sure you meet me here Monday. Next Monday, we're going in on Mastering Mondays. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you then.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? No matter where you are across the world, we are excited to have the opportunity to engage with you at the Daniel Center of Leadership. We host all of our streaming events all over the world, right here from the streaming suites in Rock Hill, South Carolina, owned by the Benjamin Agency. So listen, we want you to follow us on every social channel that you can find us. Yes, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and even our Facebook group. You can engage with Alan, Monique, myself, and Omika, and our extended team of board members and volunteers who help us spread this message of leadership and personal growth from a faith-based perspective all over the world. And we are privileged that you're a part of our digital and virtual family. And so when we have our live events, come on, I want you to jump on a plane, train, or automobile and get to Charlotte, North Carolina, and come hang out with us at the Daniel Center as we network at an uncommon level, but receive insight at a much greater level for the glory of God. Look forward to hanging out with you as we master our Mondays.